Welcome back. In this video I hope to touch on kind of the daily ins and outs and what my experience has been already being on the job and what it is that I do currently. So I've been very fortunate to work with a very knowledgeable, a very insightful journeyman who's also a master plumber. He's been in the trade since he was like 15 years old, so he's had like 16, 17 years of experience, and so being able to pick his brain has been so beneficial. I mean, after a month, I was already learning kind of the ins and outs of waste and vent, and so I showed up. Generally on a daily basis, you're going to show up. You're going to have kind of a daily meeting about what you're going over, any safety issues, things to be watchful, kind of an approach and a plan towards the day or the week, or things that need to get done. So from there, you're going to collect your tools, you're going to get any supplies you're going to need. Usually you're going to have a cart with you as well, and you're going to haul everything to the area in which you're working on. And then from there, the journeyman who is also my foreman, usually lays out where it is that we're going. And then from there, it's either drilling anchors, it's setting fixtures, it could be putting in water pipe, which is copper, we use ProPress. It could be stubbing out, roughing in water as well. And so with that, you're going to learn, you're going to be picking up, 3-inch cast iron pipe, it could be PVC pipe, it could be copper pipe. And so you'll be having to lift loads of at least 50 to 70 pounds. Another thing is you'll be hauling around ladders. You could be using scissor lifts. You could be drilling, like I said, anchors, setting anchors, cutting all thread. You'll be cutting pipe. You'll be learning how certain systems tie together, and there could be drains and P-traps, and learning how all of that interconnects together. And so on a daily basis, you're generally going to get at least a good section of work done, depending on how big your job is. Right now we're working on a job that is fairly large, but not easy enough, but I guess a light enough workload that 2 people can attack it. So I've been very fortunate to have a foreman who's been super helpful, extremely encouraging, and really allows me to get my hands on experience right away, and is not afraid to even let me start laying out and teaching me the math and teaching me kind of the code of why things need to go where they need to go, and reading blueprints, and really learning a lot. So others, I know I was on a larger site where you have like 6 different people on the job, and that's going to be a little more slow moving. I noticed I didn't have as much hands-on experience. I was more you're helping the journeyman make sure that the workflow continues. So being a good apprentice is really kind of anticipating that next step in which your journeyman's going. And so you kind of get into the workflow of knowing what pieces need to come next, and you're kind of like, he's going to need this fitting, he's going to need this cut, you're going to wait for a measurement, you're going to need these supplies, you're going to need these tools, and you start to kind of understand the rhythm. And I think the more that the closer you work and the longer you work with the same foreman or journeyman, you start to understand the lingo, and you can ask more questions. And hopefully, because the kind of the construction world is a little bit more, like I said, I think I mentioned, rougher on the edges. There are people that are going to be kind of macho, and they're not going to want to do anything except play the power card and expect you to clean up and carry their tools and do these things. It's like, I don't think you need to have this idea that just because you don't know anything doesn't mean you shouldn't be respected, and you shouldn't show respect and respect yourself, really, as you are learning your trade. And we can talk more about that in other videos if there's any questions. So again, hopefully this has been helpful. If you do have questions, feel free to ask. I hope these videos do help anyone out there, and thanks for tuning in.